in chapter Neural Control and Coordination. So, the human brain, okay, the human brain. The human brain is covered by cranial meninges, meninges, cranial meninges. Now, these cranial meninges consist of three layers. The outer layer is dura mater, and a very thin middle layer called arachnoid. So middle layer is very thin and it's arachnoid. An inner layer called pia mater. Now inner layer is in contact with the brain tissue, and a human brain is divided into three major parts. Number one, forebrain, number two, midbrain, and number three, hindbrain. So these are the three major parts of our human brain. Okay. See, in the central nervous system, the control of thermoregulation, that is temperature regulation, hunger and thirst, is controlled by hypothalamus. Circadian 24-hour rhythms is controlled by pineal gland. Is controlled by pineal gland. So, what we have discussed is the central nervous system. Central neural system that has a brain, that is the human brain. Okay, the human brain inside the skull. The human brain is covered by cranial meninges. The cranial meninges. Now, the human brain is covered by cranial meninges. So, these cranial meninges consisting of layers. The outer layer is dura mater. The middle layer, which is very thin, is called arachnoid, and the inner layer of our human brain, which is a part of cranial meninge, is pia mater. And this pia mater is in contact with the brain tissue because is the inner layer. It means it will be contact with the human brain tissue. So overall, what we have seen is the human brain is covered by cranial meninges, and these cranial meninges is divided into three layers. The outer layer is dura mater, and the middle layer, which is very thin, called arachnoid, and the inner layer is called pia mater. So from outer to inner sequence is the cranial meninges is divided into outer is dura mater, the middle layer is arachnoid, and the inner layer is pia mater. So these are the cranial meninges in our brain that covers our brain inside the skull, and these cranial meninges divided into layers, the respective layers. Now our human brain is divided into three major parts: forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. Okay. See in the diagram, forebrain. Forebrain consists cerebrum. Figure 18.4. Diagram showing sagittal section of the human brain. So forebrain consists of cerebrum, consists of thalamus, and consists of hypothalamus. And after the forebrain, on side, it's midbrain. Okay, midbrain, and then at the bottom is the hindbrain, and further hindbrain is divided into pons, cerebellum, and medulla. See, the sequence is pons, on the side is cerebellum. So pons and cerebellum side by side in the diagram, and below it is the medulla, and just after the medulla, which is not the part of hindbrain, is the spinal cord. Okay, now remaining thing is the cerebral aqueduct. So the position of the cerebral aqueduct is just below the midbrain, just below the midbrain. Now two things are remaining: cerebrum. Cerebrum is divided into cerebral hemisphere and is divided by the corpus callosum. See the line, corpus callosum, that divides cerebrum into two cerebral hemisphere. So this was the diagram of human brain, the sagittal section, showing forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain. And one more thing is, cerebrum is a part of forebrain, and cerebellum is a part of hindbrain. The biggest confusion between cerebrum and cerebellum. So this was it. So we have seen in central neural system, this is the topic, central neural system. We have seen the human brain that is covered by cranial meninges. Cranial meninges is subdivided into layers. The outer layer is dura mater, the middle layer is arachnoid, which is very thin, it's very thin, and inner, which is in contact with the brain tissue. Of course, it's inside, so it will be contact with the brain tissue, called the pia mater. So this was our brain, human brain. So this was it. Now some things are in here, like in the central neural system, as you see, Thermoregulation, hunger and thirst. These are the voluntary. No. Thermoregulation, hunger and thirst is controlled by the hypothalamus. You have to remember thermoregulation, that is temperature regulation, hunger when we need food, and thirst, that is we need water, is controlled by hypothalamus. And circadian 24-hour rhythms of our body, that it maintains our body 24 hour, is controlled by pineal gland. So this was few things in section central neural system, that we have seen some functions, hypothalamus and pineal gland, and then the human brain covered by cranial meninges, and the diagram of brain which is divided into three major parts: forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. We have discussed this diagram as well. So this was the section of central neural system.